the threat. Biometric number 1172082. World Health Organization (WHO) mentioned a lot of ways to prevent this pandemic of COVID-19. First of all, social distancing. Social distancing, also called physical distancing. It means safe distance that keeps at least 6 feet, about 2 arms length, between yourself and other people. WHO also mentioned there are two types of social distancing. Firstly, inside your home, which means avoid close contact with people who are sick. If possible, you must maintain 6 feet with other people who are sick in the household members. Secondly, outside your home, which means you must keep a distance about 6 feet between yourself and other people who don't live in your household. In this slide is about social distancing tips. There are 6 tips that mentioned by World Health Organization. Firstly, know before you go. Second, prepare for transportation. And the next one is limit contact when running a race. Choose safe social activities. Keep distance at event and gathering. And the last one is stay distant while being active. So, before you going out, you must know and follow the guidance from the local public health authorities where you live. Next, in prepare for transportation, you must consider all the social distancing options to travel safely. When running errands or commuting to and from work, whether you want cycling, walking, bicycling, using public transit or others transportation. Other than that, limit contact when running errands mean when you really need to visit the stores selling household essentials in person and must keep at least 6 feet away from those that are not from your household while you shopping. In addition, the aim of this social distancing right now in COVID-19 is to slow the epidemic down in order to reduce the risk of infection among the high-risk populations and to reduce the burden on healthcare system and staff.
Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shakirah Nabilah binti Zaludin. My metric number is 1172085. The second point is make wearing a mask as a normal part of being other people. This helps reduce the risk of spread the virus COVID-19. This is because the respiratory droplets can also land on surface and objects. There are two basic ways how to wear a mask properly. First, you have to make sure that your hands are very clean before you put your mask on. The second one is you have to make sure that mask cover your nose, your mouth and your teeth. Nowadays, we can see that there are many types of masks that people are wearing. But what is the most proper mask for COVID-19? There are 4 types of masks. First, single-use mask. Second, surgical mask. Third, pollution mask. And fourth, medical use mask. Single-use mask is normally one layer and it's very thin and it captures dust particles only. Surgical masks have higher requirement to capture the virus, the small virus like 0.1 size of virus. While medical mask is 3 layers of mask that normally people wear it nowadays. We have to make sure that mask is wear properly and will capture the virus and will protect ourselves. Thank you.
My name is Sitiar Fatihah binti Syahri, metric number 1172060. The other move that WHO has suggested to us to keeping ourselves and our community healthy in the midst of coronavirus outbreak that are avoid 3C, that are close conversation, confined space and crowded places. For example, when we in this situation, we use the public transportation like LRT or bus. Avoid to use or avoid to traveling during the peak hour. If the bus or the train is full, then wait to the other train. When people sing or even just stop, they are sending teeny breathing droplet into the air. If you get affected droplet in your eyes, nose, or mouth, you may get affected. Staying 6 feet away is a decent rule of thumb, but it doesn't shield you from anything. I believe when we all are aware of this basic practice, it consistently, it all the time. In addition to wearing a mask and wash our hand with soap, we will help to contain the spread of COVID-19.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aiman Shahira binti Abdul Razak and my metric number is 1172083. So I will continue about one of the main points that were given by WHO, which to prevent the COVID-19, which is taking care of a good hygiene. Basic good hygiene. For the prevention and treatment, a basic good personal hygiene is very important. Why this is important? Because it helps you to minimize the risk of infections and also enhance your overall health. And of course, to prevent you from COVID-19. So these are the tips to keep a good hygiene. Regularly clean your hand with an alcohol-based hand rub or wash them with soap and water. Secondly, avoiding from touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Thirdly, cover your mouth and nose with your bent elbow or tissue when you cough or sneeze. Acham! And lastly, clean and disinfect surfaces regularly to avoid viruses, such as your phone.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Shakira binti Muhammad Shukri and my metric number is 1172096. COVID-19 recommended prevention by WHO is stay at home. Why we need to stay at home? First, to prevent the spread of the virus in the community. People are strongly advised to reduce the social activities outside from their home. And the second is to still protect ourselves from the virus by avoiding crowded places, because as we know the crowd places is the high risk to people infecting by the virus. And the last is who have the symptoms of fever, cough or other symptoms that indicate to COVID-19 infection. Next, the effective activities during stay at home. People can keep updating with news about COVID-19, and then people can reading some articles. Next is people can getting some exercise. Fourth is spending time with a family, and the last is people can writing a blog. Thank you.